Hello and welcome on the Gamers Academy YouTube channel. My name is Outlandish and I played this game competitively for 4 years, but I decided to retire recently, become a coach, and partner up together with Gamers Academy to provide you guys educational content to make you the best players you want to be. If you want to book me or one of my colleagues for individual coaching sessions, you can visit us on gamers-academy.com. You can find the homepage in the description below. On top of that, you can use this code to save up to 10% for the first session you will book with us. In this episode, we will talk about the push and roam meta we have currently in mid lane, why it's so strong and why it's being played in MSI as well. All that in the upcoming video. As I said already in the intro, we will talk about the push and roam meta, a playstyle that a lot of mid laners are currently using, and even in the last meters to have impact with priority they gain. We could spectate that in the EU Masters, in the current MSI, and obviously in solo queue as well. And it's something that is really beneficial if you're able to do that and know how to do it. If you remember the jungle tracking video I did 2 weeks ago, we talked about the topic strong and weak side and what that matters for the game state. And push and roaming basically guarantees you generating leads on side lane, especially on the strong side you have, and using your priority as a mid laner to rotate to that side. And this is why we are seeing a lot of mid laners that are really mobile and really good at pushing early game. For example, Ahri in the EU Masters, we've seen a lot of Ryze. In MSI, we will see again Twisted Fates and some Sylas that can rotate a lot in early game and pressure the side lane. This is a gameplay video of Faker, how he's using Ahri in solo queue, and you can see that he's permanently pushing and trying to impact the map in the later stage of this video. And this is something really important you need to understand as a mid laner. As a short advice is that you shouldn't overstay in your lane. If you have priority, you should use the priority you have to, for example, generate vision on side lane, to rotate to your jungler, to help him in skirmishes, to tower dive on side lane. This is something really modern playstyle, how to play mid lane. This lane-centric playstyle is not that up to date anymore. Obviously, there are some laners that are still playing really lane-centric. It's depending on the team comp you have and on the strong and weak sides you have. It's not something that you do every game, but it's something that is really important in higher competitive gameplay and in solo queue, that you utilize the priority that you have. Like just pushing and doing nothing with it is not super efficient. You need to pressure the map with it. And I think after doing some individual coaching sessions with mid laners, the people that struggle most with it is that they don't know how to transfer the lead to the map, and they're sometimes really fat in lane, but they don't know how to win the game with it. And this is something that you can learn and practice. Obviously not immediately as good as Faker is doing or as the players that are doing it in MSI, but something that you can practice and gives you a lot of advantages on the map. So basically what you do is that if you have early game priority, you're trying to rotate to side lanes, you're trying to place vision, and you're trying to help your jungler to, for example, dive or generate kills for yourself on side lane, and gives you so much more gold and advantages in early game. And obviously, there are some champions that are better on it, but for example, even control mages that have a lot of wave control in early game, for example, something like Anivia that can perma push from level 6 onwards, or something like Victor is really good at rotating through the sides and helping your jungler in skirmishes. It's not something that only a few champions can do. It's more about the playstyle and less about the champion. But obviously, there are champions that are just way easier to execute this playstyle, and this is why we're seeing a lot of Ahris in the current meta. That's why she's getting nerfed by Riot. That's why she's pick or ban in a lot of EU Masters games and and MSI games, and this is why Ryze came back to the meta. And yeah, if you want to learn more about it and how to utilize your priority correctly on side lane, I would appreciate if you book with me or one of my colleagues individual coaching sessions, so we can go in depth about it, how to utilize your priority, because it's not that easy to explain that in a simple video. But I just wanted to show you and explain you why we've seen a lot of these roaming champions in mid lane currently and how you can utilize that. And I think for me as a jungler, as a former jungler, the most insane way to use mid lane priority was always tower diving side lane, because first of all, you generate a lot of gold for yourself and you're getting a lot of advantages for your jungler and for your laners. But on top of that, the enemy is losing a lot. And this is obviously something harder to coordinate in solo queue to abuse side waves and stacking waves on side lane and diving, but for a first step, if you want to learn how to roam as a mid laner and how to use your priority in early game, I would recommend you to just like look to find skirmishes with your jungler and river, look to place vision. This is the first step how you can use the priority as a mid laner. The tower diving concept is something that comes later and needs more coordination. Thanks for watching this episode on the Gamers Academy YouTube channel about how to push a roam as a mid laner and how to utilize the strong side with that. We would appreciate if you like, subscribe, and activate the bell on the channel, and leave us a comment, some feedback about the content we are creating, or discuss with me about this topic. If you wanted to discuss that with me or one of my colleagues in depth, you can join our official Gamers Academy Discord server. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.